meters like a big another pick of rain. Pussy back meters like a big another pick of rain. Pussy back. Why? Meeting John Dale Jr. Wing tonight. Pointing finger. Meeting John Dale Jr. Wing tonight. Pointing finger. Why? From a god, but I can this session. I recover from a god, but I can this session. I recover. Why? Fighting crime with the fight the lowest lane. Jimmy got it. Fighting crime with the fight the lowest lane. Jimmy got it.
Totally do.
What is wrong with you?
I'm retarded. What's wrong with you?
Good morning. Yeah. Little Arrested Development. I just got up. Like I'm barely into my first cup of coffee. Everyday people. I got another letter. See, I don't live at that P.O. box no more. I mean, I never lived there, but I mean, you know what I mean. I've told them multiple times that, hey, I don't use it anymore. I got tired of the fact that people who people got more mail there than I did, who hadn't used that box in a long time. And it looks like then whoever's the new owner or the new leasee of that box has the same problem. Still doesn't say anything about I went paperless. Why are you sending me a bill, Croatian Telecom? Why am I getting a bill? Is this a forewarning? You're going to cut my internet off again, even though I paid it? You're going to wait till the day it's due. You're going to wait till the day the bank processes my money for y'all to cut it off again? Because this is not whatever the fuck this is. Y'all fucked up again. Got that bitch on record. I'm not African, but I am an objectified people. We exist just so, you know, various case management organizations can, you know, build a government. That's all. You know. You see, I'm gonna have to keep this video and publish it just in case. Just in case, be like, no, I opened that fucking thing and there was nothing in there saying, you know, I had to fill out a form or send y'all anything. It just told me this is your bill, even though I'm not supposed to get a paper bill. Now we'll go for Sister Nancy. Bum bum. Ba bum bum ba bum bum bum. Ba-bum, bum. From the Sister Nancy's, the hymn from the book of Bum Bum. Bum bum, ba-dum boom, bum bum, ba-dum boom. My little fucking subwoofer sounds badass. I don't know how well it comes through on the mic because I got it pointing at one of the monitors, but bum bum. Well, let's see what the main let's see who's fucked shit up. I like to get my news by initial news, you know, from like video titles, you know, from the breaking news, you know, people. Damn. Police seek suspects after 12 shot near festival in Ohio. That was 15 minutes ago. Damn. Well, that doesn't sound good. I mean, I'd like to say I like to wish him the best, but might not be appropriate. Deadly Israeli strikes reported in southern Lebanon. What the fuck is up with them people, man? Damn. Uh-oh, Uncle Ruckus's most racist moments.
Well, I'm black now, so the first thing I did was quit all my jobs. I don't know how I'm supposed to pay the bills. Probably have to start selling crack, or rapping about selling crack.
I love fucking Uncle Ruckus. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with the Boondocks or Uncle Ruckus. It is absolutely a joy. It really is. And the guy who does the voice of Uncle Ruckus, he's also a large, you know, kind of a large, overweight black guy. He goes around in a costume where he gets done up with makeup to look like Uncle Ruckus, and then acts out the character Uncle Ruckus himself.
Good to see a white man here. Good to see you, sir. How does it feel surrounded by all these colored folks? Feels good enough? Come get it. Come get it. I don't know if you really feel comfortable. You don't feel like the lady behind you about to reach into your pocket? All right, I was just curious. How you doing? You so pretty, you almost look white.
It's fucking hilarious. I might have to come back to that. Hear what I says, yeah. Let's see what else. So, okay, so there's been a mass shooting. And Israel, you know, shot some missiles at one of their neighbors. Big shock. I said, yeah. This is Stephen Colbert and Ty Burrell. Grants Pass, Oregon Community Calendar. I have been to Grants Pass, Oregon. I actually spent like 2 weeks there. Me and one of my exes, her parents live there. It's a beautiful place. Oh my God, it's amazingly how beautiful it is. I mean, it's a terrible place to try and, you know, get a career or something going. You know, it's only like about 40,000 people, I think. Beautiful little town, though. I mean, absolutely gorgeous area. It's just, I mean, it makes Vermont look like a shithole. Honestly, yeah, it makes Burlington look like a shithole. Whoa. Has a number now, 446 was my number. Trump loses it. Trump just quit mid-interview.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating...
He does it a lot. If he don't like the way it's going, he'll just leave. Which is almost every time. Interesting choice of suggested videos today. Some idiot tried to do a story about Psychobilly. The rise, fall, and undeath of Psychobilly. How much you want to bet someone who has absolutely no connection to the actual Psychobilly people? Like, it's some Yankee or some West Coast person, you know, and it's like, Psychobilly really is kind of something that you need to be like an Appalachian to really, I mean, like a real Appalachian, not like, you know, like an Appalachian, like, you know, well, I'm from the New York Appalachian, but no, I mean, like, you need to be from like Tennessee, West Virginia, you know, Kentucky, North Carolina, something like that, you know, Virginia maybe. Like a good example of what I consider like part of Psychobilly or Psychobilly adjacent would be a lot of like Unknown Henson. I would consider to be like part of the Psychobilly movement. Which is basically like combining psycho and hillbilly. And he was a psycho hillbilly. Or is. He's still alive, I think. Ooh. Do 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 boom boom do do do. There's a suggested music video. Well, it's not a music video; it's just a track, you know. But I have it. I absolutely. I love this version of it too. George Benson. I gotta thank for George Benson. I always have. And of course, it's him doing his version of Take 5, which is hip. I guess wants to give paid tribute to Wes Montgomery because he had his own version too. It's fucking amazing. One of the greatest guitar players ever lived, and we've kind of. There was a time when he was still a big star. You know, like he was considered someone that you would see, like he was someone you would see on TV a lot. You know, he was one of those crossover type artists, meaning like he crossed over from being a musical artist to then also being someone that you'd see on TV. You know, like on a regular basis. And he was a huge commercial hit. You know, in the late 70s and early 80s, and everybody, I guess, has forgotten. You know, it's like one of those strange deals where he's still alive. He still tours, I think, or at least up till recently, he was still touring. I don't know. He's like 80 years old, so. Last time I saw him, though, he was like in his 70s. He looked great. He can still play pretty well, too. I mean, everybody's going to lose a little something. You know, like in their speed or their accuracy, you know, or there's going to be, you know, they're going to lose the top end of their vocal range, you know. It's not their fault, it's just what happens. But he was still actually considering, you know, his level of, you know, how difficult his shit would be to play, you know, and all that. It's like, he actually seemed like he was doing quite well for his age, you know. So like I always loved this particular one. Like, this was a huge hit. I think as I remember listening to this when I was a little kid. I'm trying to think what it was in a movie. I think wasn't it like in Fame or something like that? Does anybody remember Fame? Bum bum, ba-da-dum, dum, da-da-dum, dum dum, da-da-dum, dum. so bright on Broadway. And the thing is that the chords for this aren't hard to play. Ain't got enough to eat. That's all it is. It's a fucking great saga. I mean, I'm not gonna do this solo. I'm not stupid. Like I'm much before. And I'll tell you what. That little D'Addario, or whatever. I don't know what they call it. This little clip-on tuner works great. I hate your fucking strings, D'Addario, but I love your tuner. Yeah, this is a shitload better than that snark I had. And this guitar is 2.5 step down, so it's really between A and G. But I have to play a step, half a step, you know. So I'm still in the process of trying to get my board together. I got those two pedals. Thinking, you know, I could retire my tube amp modeler. I mean, I figured they would sound at least as good as that plastic Behringer TM300. No. Actually, the Behringer TM300 kicked the living shit out of both of those pedals on either setting. I mean, it was amazing that this one pedal that's $40 got a fully metal enclosure. It's got 6 knobs on it, and I fucked with them knobs for quite a while, and I never could find a sound that actually sounded good. And I was like, okay, well, let's try the Behringer again. It's like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. And then I tried the Kako. I actually thought that Marshall pedal had a chance, and then I put it up against the Marshall TM300, and they both sound like shit. They both sound fucking terrible. Here's another thing. They have metal enclosures. They have more fucking noise than the Behringer TM300 does. And it's a plastic enclosure. Everybody complains about the noise of the TM300. So yeah, I admit that if you have the gain up considerably higher than the actual, you know, input volume, or, you know, or really the gain up higher than the output volume, it's going to be a little. Plus, I have a solid state, you know, I have a PV Bandit. Heavy gain stuff's going to add some noise. As long as you're playing, you don't hear it. But the thing is, you know, after playing with those things for a while, and I realized, why would I replace something that works better with something that works worse? So I sent them back. I don't know. Maybe they're both defective because they both sound like shit. And they both have a shitload of noise. Like I said, even worse than the Behringer does. I mean, the Behringer, I would say, was bad. But I guess it just comes down to perspective. And I think maybe actually it's I don't know. What? It's bothering me. But yeah, I think that it really is kind of weird that the $30 Behringer TM300 tube amp model pedal does all three. Okay, whenever you see those amp model pedals, you'll see one that's a Fender. It's supposed to mimic a Tweed, which I don't. Even this one doesn't sound like. I don't know how it's supposed to sound like a Tweed. Or one that, you know, it's got like a Tweed, it's got like a Fender, and it's got a Marshall, and it's got a Mesa Boogie setting on it. And on each one of those three settings, there's three different. You can either have it set for a clean channel, or you have it set for like a crunch channel, or set for like a high gain channel. And then you even have three choices of like mic placement, like the way it mimics how a mic will be placed on it. And it's like, it sounds so much better. It's just amazing how much better it sounds than the other ones, even though it's just like, how is it that these cost, there was like $75 for those two? So you know what I did? I ordered another Behringer TM300, because the reason why I was replacing it was not because it didn't sound good, or not because it was broken. It was like the setting for the Marshall, which is the in-between set, is kind of finicky sometimes. Sometimes it's kind of hard to find where that spot is. And but put it on the Boogie setting is always easy. I never use the Fender section. I only use it for gain pedals, so why would I put it on the Fender anyway? My amp has a good sounding clean channel. I just use the pedals. I don't need to add an amp sim onto it. That just adds more shit into the mix. It doesn't need to be there. And yeah, I sent them back, and I ordered a new TM300. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have I'm going to have one set up as a Boogie and have one that's set up as a Marshall. So that way I just hit one of the other. I'll probably use the old one for the Boogie setting on that one, works fine. And then the new one I'll probably put, it's not this, I'm not going to blame Behringer for the fact that the Marshall setting is sometimes kind of a finicky. It's probably because it's just, got so much dirt inside of it, over the years, that it's just, I've had that thing for like 6 years, so. But yeah, so hopefully that should be coming sometime middle to the end of next week. And I've also got a Behringer, EQ 700 coming, which is their exact clone of a Boss E7. And also, I got a compressor pedal, a Keeley compression. Well, it's not a Keeley compressor, but it's a clone of this. There's like two major, versions of a compression pedal, and it's like there's your MXR, dynamic comp, and then there's your Keeley compression, style. And since I've already had a Dynacomp before, I didn't really care for it. It's actually the Joyo Dynacomp, which is an exact clone of the MXR, but it had an issue that some people have said that they've also had. Is that it sounds fine when it's engaged. It's when it's not engaged, it fucks with the sound of your entire board. It makes it sound like dull, and it's like I thought it was just me. I was like, is it just me, or does that pedal make my whole board sound like shit unless it's turned on? because I would take it out and it would sound fine again, and I put it back in the in the middle of it, not on, just off, on bypass, and it was like that pedal is affecting the whole fucking thing. So you either got to leave it on or you got to take I just took it off fucking board. Compression pedals can be a real bitch, to figure out sometimes. It's like I have a BBE Sonic Stomp as my last pedal. That's one of those, always on pedals, There's absolutely no negotiation. That pedal always goes on the end. It's always on the board. I'm not selling it. I'm not, trading it for something else. I'm not trying anything new. Go fuck yourself. It stays where it is. That makes, and people don't understand it. They think it doesn't do it. It's like, no, it does. It does. It's subtle, but it does. And yes, it does make a big difference when you know it, to how to listen for and adjust. But I'm gonna get a Keeley style compression pedal for the front end. So I found one. Company called Pogo Lab or something, which they said is actually, these are actually pretty good pedals. It was only $25, so I was like, well, we'll give it a shot and see. I'm not willing to spend a lot of money on a compression pedal because I've yet to find one I really like. So I got that. I got the compression pedal coming. I got a new TM300 coming. So now I'm just going to run two TM300s, and people are going to be like, why don't you just get the Joyo, man? Why don't you just get the Joyo? Joyo makes it, no, they don't. They make a shitty one. Once again, I don't know what it is, because everybody says Joyo is better than Kalon, but I'm usually impressed by Kalon's pedals, but for some reason now, it's at least 2 times that I've tried out Joyo pedals where I've been severely disappointed. I was like, yeah, I did not like it. Their California pedal, and everybody talks about how great it is. Extremely unimpressed. And like I said, it's very noisy. Even noisier than I couldn't believe it was that fucking noisy. It's like, how the fuck is this thing so fucking noisy? Are these things just cheap pieces? It's like, are these things just fucking defective from the get-go? That's not bad stuff. I think they're defective. So I got a T300, like I said. So what I'll do is, instead of having a Marshall, sim pedal and a Boogie sim pedal, I'm going to do the same idea. I'm just going to use 2 TM300 Behringers to do it. If you're wondering what I'm talking about. This is worth every motherfucking penny. I swear to God. For example, Ola. You know who Ola England is? A dude, that he's over in Europe. He makes those guitars, those chug, and he goes, "Can it chug?" And he stuck this into a clean amp, and it did like in the first second he goes, and it's like, oh yeah, it does. like the quickest ever. He was fucking amazed that this beat the shit out of a lot of different pedals, or a lot of different amp sims or whatever. It beat the fuck out of them things, and this was by far the cheapest one. And it doesn't just do that; it does all the other shit too. It does. See, it's got like your Fender, your Tweed, and then it's got like a Marshall, and it's got like a California, which would be like a Mesa. And the thing is, I don't think it's even a rectifier Mesa. I think it's like a Mark Series Mesa. It definitely has more low end, because if I put it on the Mesa series, I usually have to keep I'll keep the treble about noon, but I'll drop the low end to about that. And these are about what I use in that. And the thing is, this is on the clean channel, which actually is a lot louder and has a lot less noise. But if you have good drive pedals to put into it, you could just kind of, I usually can keep the level fairly low and put the drive up a little higher, and then run like my BB preamp pedal into it. Works great. I guess it's kind of like Do I really want people to see me using Behringer pedals? So I already took that one off. And the reason why is because it's just too noisy. This one really is noisy. It works great driving like into another pedal, but you know, it used to work great to be like a preamp boost from like. I used to use these two together because the overdrive side of this is actually quite good. I don't like the distortion side. I never used it. I always use just like you see the mode. This is an exact clone of a Boss OS 2. Exact clone. That's a $120 pedal. You can get one of these for $29.99. And the only reason why I'm retiring this one is not because it was a bad pedal. It was a really good pedal. It's just that it's become especially noisy lately. So I'm just gonna go ahead and retire it because I've got a Klon, a Timmy, and a BB preamp, which is essentially a much more versatile, higher. You know, it's like a much more versatile, much more volume output, much more gain. So it's like a TS9. If you use it as a clean boost, it's like a TS9, but with a lot more volume. You know, but then when you crank it up, it starts to get even past the TS9 range of, you know, overdrive. But essentially, it's just a hot rodded, heavily modified TS9 that you could just buy that way without having to go to like JHS. This right here for $30, it beat the shit out of those two pedals. And that's the thing is, I could put them. I put them on the board. I was trying them out. I was like, what the fuck is this? Did I waste $75? And then I compared it with this one. I was like, I'm sending this motherfucker's back. Nice looking pedals though. I like that plexi box. That thing it was nice look. I mean, it was nice looking though. Looks good on your board. I mean, even though nobody really sees except you and maybe a couple nut jobs that want to poke around your business a little too much. But all right, I really just wanted to get this, on record. Like, it's like, I'm going to open this up, see what's in there. Because when they say, we sent you that, we sent you the notice. It's like, no, you didn't. Here's the thing. Even this one wasn't. What day was that? $5/20/2025. So that was around the time my shit got cut off. Even though I paid them. And they claimed that, they actually think that they could, here's the thing, they actually did think they could take my money and cut my shit off at the same time. But no. You could cut it off, but you could not take payment and then cut it off. Because that's what they're arguing. Oh, we could turn it off for an administrative reason. It's like, yeah, only if you stop taking payment, though. That's the only you cannot simultaneously get paid for the fucking thing and yet deny me of the service that I paid for, based on you needing some fucking piece of paper that you didn't even you can't legally prove that you even notified me that I need. I love George Benson. Too close to the ground. Oh, I love this one too. And of course, there's Breezing. I think it's D minor. It's like I know the little lick. I took the pedal. I can use it. Doom, da 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 doom, Ba-da-da-da-dum-ts-dum-ts-dum. And these were the songs that were like his crossover hits that you'd hear on Top 40 radio all the time, or that you would, it'd be played on television a lot. Dun, 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 dun. Give me the night. Digga, digga, digga. Let's see if there's anything else on here. No, I guess that's about it. See, starting a day off with like some good reggae or ska, or some, kind of good feeling, positive kind of vibe, stuff like George Benson, and well, it helps keep me from initiating my plan of worldwide destruction, Victory will be mine. Resistance is futile. If anybody runs into Rick Strom, tell him to say hi to my mama for me. Love you, bye.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hooking up words and phrases and clauses. Conjunction, junction, how's that function? I got 3 favorite cars that get most of my job done. Conjunction, junction, what's their function? I got and, but, and, or, they'll take you pretty far. And, that's an additive like this and that. And then there's but, that's sort of the opposite, not this, but that. And then there's or, when you have a choice like this or that, and, but, and or gets you pretty far. It gets you pretty far. Yes. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hooking up 2 boxcars and making them run right. What? Milk and honey, bread and butter, peas and rice. Hey, that's nice. Dirty but happy. Digging and scratching, losing your shoe and a button or two. I just want to tell you all, go fuck yourself. Oh, shit. Go fuck yourself.
I do not freebase cocaine.